I'm playing Stellar Odyssey, an idle space adventure game which can be played on most any browser or mobile device. This video is intended to show potential players how it looks and plays, but also to maybe help new players get acquainted with the basics. Currently Stellar Odyssey is in beta, but it's going to be released in a few weeks. There's roughly 200 active players these days, but I'd love to see that number grow. By no means is this video intended to cover all facets of its gameplay, so take that as you will. The player screen is the main hub for all activities in Stellar Odyssey. Here you can view your ship stats, loadout, inventory, and a summary of tasks being completed. The game uses actions for battling and gathering. There are 3,600 actions to be used, and each action occurs once every 6 seconds. They will continue for 6 hours whether the browser window is open or not, and replenishing the action counter can be done at any time for no cost. On the battling page, we'll start attacking enemies. Winning will reward you with credits and experience points. There's also a chance that these creatures will drop useful items which accumulate in your inventory. The type of drops for each type of enemy is shown on the left here. Your success in these fights is dependent on your ship stats and loadout, as well as clones. Clones do the actual attacking for you, and their stats are directly related to those of your ship. As your XP goes up, you'll receive stat points which need to be assigned on the player screen. As those stats go up, it's in your best interest to increase the level of enemies that you attack, thereby increasing your rewards for defeating them. Find a win rate that you're comfortable with, and remember to reassess this as you assign stat points to your ship. Another essential part of Stellar Odyssey is gathering resources. They will be needed for crafting and various building tasks. Instead of clones, it'll be droids going out to do the dirty work. And again, the effectiveness of these drones will be dependent on your ship loadout and stats. In many cases, especially at the start, droids will get destroyed during their excursions, but more will be deployed every 6 seconds. The type of resources they mine depends on the type of node they're collecting from. There are 4 common resources and 1 rare for each type of node. There's just a 2% chance that rare resources will be found, but this can be improved by crafting better equipment and by upgrading droids individually. It's a good idea to collect from a variety of nodes when you're first starting out so as to be better prepared for crafting recipes in the future. Now that we've talked about the 2 main actions in Stellar Odyssey, let's head back to the player screen for a moment. The way that I'm playing is essentially waiting on enemy drops to keep my loadout relevant. I could craft better stuff using blueprints, but this is the way I want to do it for now. The equipment level for drops will be based off of my current battling experience level. So if I've recently found and equipped good items for battling, I'll then switch to attacking enemies that drop items for gathering. This requires some patience, but let's not forget this is an idle game, and also doing it this way will save me some resources and materials that would be required if I crafted new stuff instead. For now, I'm not improving my exploring loadout because it's going to be a while before I'm able to explore outside of the starter systems. Right from the start, you'll have unrestricted access to 5 starter systems to battle enemies and gather resources. You can fast travel between them as much as you want, either from the Atlas or from the drop-down on the galaxy map. However, your goal should be to expand your reach in the galaxy to find better star systems to get resources from. Doing this requires warp capsules, and they are somewhat tedious to make. So, as a new player, use the starter systems to improve your ship loadout, get lots of resources and XP, and overall get familiar with the game. My first 2 days were spent continuously assigning stat points and putting better equipment from drops into my ship, and of course increasing the level of enemies I was attacking. I spent all earned credits on 3 additional clones and droids to greatly increase output, and since then I've been putting all credits into upgrading those clones and droids. This is just how I've been playing, but I think it's a good way to get started. As mentioned at the beginning, this video barely scratches the surface of what Stellar Odyssey has to offer, so check it out for yourself if you haven't already. That's all I've got. Thanks for watching.